In a quiet village nestled deep in the forests of Japan, there was an old legend passed down through generations. A tale of the Kitsune, a mystical fox spirit known for its cunning and shape-shifting abilities. The Kitsune was both revered and feared, said to bring fortune to those it favored, but death and disaster to those who crossed its path. Yori, a young traveler with a curious heart, arrived at the village one autumn day. He had heard rumors of the Kitsune and its tricks, but being a man of reason, he dismissed them as mere folklore. His journey led him to the edge of the village, where an ancient shrine dedicated to the Kitsune stood, half buried in the overgrowth of the surrounding forest. Locals warned Yori not to approach the shrine, saying the Kitsune guarded it jealously. But Yori, driven by the thrill of discovery, ignored their pleas. One night, under the light of the full moon, Yori ventured to the shrine. As he stepped closer, a strange sensation washed over him. The air grew cold, and the forest fell eerily silent. There, sitting gracefully at the entrance of the shrine, was a beautiful woman dressed in a flowing white kimono. Her eyes were sharp, glowing like embers in the darkness. Yori was entranced by her beauty, but unnerved by the way her gaze seemed to pierce through him.
I've been waiting for you.
Yori felt a chill crawl up his spine. "Who are you?" he asked, though deep down he already knew. The woman smiled, her lips curling mischievously.
I am the Kitsune.
She whispered, her form shifting ever so slightly, revealing the hint of fox-like features, a tail flickering behind her, ears peeking from her hair. Yori took a step back, realizing he had ventured too far. "I didn't mean to disturb you," he stammered, but it was too late. The Kitsune's eyes gleamed with something darker, more dangerous.
You trespassed into my domain. Now you must pay the price.
Before Yori could react, the Kitsune vanished into the shadows. In her place, a cold wind swept through the forest, carrying with it the whispers of countless voices. Yori stumbled back to the village, but something had changed. The once vibrant village now felt suffocating, the air heavy with dread. Over the next few days, strange things began to happen. Yori noticed foxes watching him from the edge of the forest, their glowing eyes following his every move. At night he heard scratching at his door and whispers in an unknown language. No matter where he went, he felt the Kitsune's presence, always lurking, always watching. Villagers began to avoid him, sensing the curse that now clung to him like a shadow. Desperate, Yori sought out the village's eldest, a wise woman who had lived through many winters and knew the old ways.
I need your help. Please, you must listen.
When Yori explained his encounter, the elder's face grew pale.
The Kitsune has marked you. She is toying with you, and soon she will take your soul.
Yori refused to accept his fate. He begged the elder for help, but she could only offer a single piece of advice.
You must appease the Kitsune. Return to the shrine and offer your deepest apology, or you will be lost.
That night, under the pale moonlight, Yori made his way back to the shrine. His heart pounded in his chest, knowing this was his last chance. "Please, Kitsune, forgive me. Release me from your curse." For a moment, there was only silence. Then, from the shadows, the Kitsune appeared once more, her form more terrifying than before. She circled him, her fox-like features fully revealed, eyes glowing with an unnatural light.
You think an apology can save you? I am no mere spirit to be bargained with.
Yori trembled, feeling the weight of her gaze. "Please, I was foolish." The Kitsune tilted her head, considering him for a long moment.
Perhaps, but now you belong to me.
With a wave of her hand, the air around Yori thickened, and before he could scream, his body began to change. His skin grew cold, his limbs stiffening. He felt the life drain from him as the Kitsune's curse took hold. When the villagers found Yori the next morning, they saw a stone statue where he had once stood, a fox frozen in time, its eyes wide with terror. The legend of the Kitsune's curse lived on, and from that day forward, no one in the village dared to approach the ancient shrine. The foxes that roamed the forest grew in number, their eyes glowing with the same eerie light as the woman who had taken Yori's soul. And in the stillness of the night, if you listened closely, you could hear the Kitsune's laughter echoing through the trees.